Hello students, today we are going to solve a different type of a problem. For example, say we have a Taylor series for the expression of sin x and we are interested to find out um, shall we start from the first digit or the last digit for adding up together. For example, let us see this numerical. Suppose an estimate of a sine function up to 10 terms is to be calculated. So we are interested in 10 terms. Okay, this in Taylor series we are interested in 10 total terms. The summation is done in two ways. Okay, from first term to the 10th term. So you can start adding from this term plus this term plus this term plus this term till 10th term, or we can add like 10th term plus 9th term plus 8th plus 7th, 6th, 5th till first term. Okay, so the question is which yields a more accurate estimate and why. So we have to try this problem with both the ways. We will add up from say first, second, third, fourth till 10th, and secondly we will add from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 till first term. Okay, and we have to comment on which is more accurate and why. Okay, and let us solve the example. See, sin x is equal to, so this is a standard expression for a sin x with the help of Taylor series expansion. So you might be remembering this. So this is c x, okay, first term is x minus x cube upon third factorial, 3 factorial. So sign wise, if you observe, this is plus minus plus minus plus minus. It goes on like this because this is Taylor series. Okay, and all odd terms are coming in the Taylor series for sine function. So it is x minus x cube upon 3 factorial plus x5 upon 5 factorial minus it will be x raised to 7 7 factorial plus it will be x raised to 9 upon 9 factorial and so on. Okay, so let us calculate this. So here say x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 we will put. So first term value will be 1. What will be the second term value? X is 1, so 1 cube is 1. 1 upon 3 factorial. Factorial I hope you are knowing with. So factorial means, for example, 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1. 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, this is factorial. So here putting the value as 1 in the second term, it will be 1 cube is 1, 3 factorial will be 3 twos are 6. So it will be 6. So 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 is 0.16666667. So here we have rounded off and therefore this digit is 7 and sign is minus. Now third term, if you observe, say 1 raised to 5 upon 5 factorial. What will be 5 factorial? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. So if you solve this, you will get the answer 0.83333 into 10 raised to minus 2. Likewise, you have to take the 10 terms. Okay. Once you calculate the 10 terms, then we will normalize it. So this one I have represented as 0.1 and therefore it is 10 raised to 1. Okay, this is with e0 I am saying, this is with e minus 2, this is minus 3. So whatever answers we are getting, I am just writing it here in its normalized form. Now we have to try for two ways. First term and second term we will add together. So this I will add with this, provided I will try to normalize this. Okay. So same rules of addition subtraction. So I will add up these two first, then answer I will add to the second term. Next answer I will add to the third term and so on. So let us see what happens. Okay. So up to 10 term you have to calculate the value and this is in its normalized form. So see here I am adding E0 and E1. I mean sorry, the first term, first two terms. Okay, first term and the second term. So first term was 0.1 E1 and second term was 0.16667 E0. Okay. So I will normalize it. So this 0 I will make it 1. Therefore I have shifted a decimal point 1 bit left. Okay, so it is 0.01. Now I have added it together. I got this answer. Okay. So again this E1 I have made it E0. So decimal point is shifted to 1 bit right. Okay. Now I am adding it with the second term. Okay. This is first term, second term, third term is added. Okay. So if we do the addition, we are getting this answer. It is added with the fourth term, we are getting this addition. I am adding it with the fifth term, I'm getting this answer. So if you observe these two terms, we are getting same answer. Every time I'm getting the answer, I'm converting it to E0 so that I can compare them. Okay. So if you compare, here is some difference you can observe. It is 0.833, it is 8416. Here it is 8414. Still there is some difference, but here it is exactly same up to 4 digit. Okay. And we can say that no change in the answer after the fourth, after the addition of the fifth term. Up till now, we have added only first five terms together. Okay. So we'll stop here and let us try the another way of adding it. I mean, we will add the 10th term and the ninth term first. The result will add with the 8th term and so on. So see here, this is my ninth term. This is my 10th term. So I have normalized it to E minus 14. I have added it together. I got this answer. Okay. Then I added this answer with the eighth term. Okay, normalized it to E minus 12. You can make it minus 12, minus 14, anything. Okay, then I have added. So added means if one of the sign is minus, you have to take the subtraction. Okay, if both the signs are positive, then only they are added. So addition, subtraction, same rules are there. So directly you can add it together. You can do it on your calci as well. You will get exact result. So this is what you have got. Again, now this result I'll add with the seventh term. So you are getting, say, this result. I'm adding it with the sixth term. I'm getting this result. Now, if you observe the all, observe it, you can see the answer is continuously changing, right? And it is not same even after the sixth term is added. So exactly four iterations here we have performed in a reverse way, and in the last case from first term we have performed four iterations. But if we add it from the first term, it has been observed that there is no change in the answer after the fourth iteration. But in case of reverse addition, there is still change, major change, even after the fourth iteration. So we can make comment that reverse addition will give us better result, because this is what is asked and we have to give the justification. So see, what is our conclusion? Reverse order addition yields more accurate estimate of sin x. Okay, so you should add from 10th, ninth, then 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st, because the accumulated sum is comparable to new term being added. But in forward order addition, the last term is added to a small term and hence it is same. I mean, the result is almost same. So it will not add up more error. Okay. So this is how we have completed one interesting numerical. I hope all you have understood it. If you have any doubt, you can comment me.